Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of good stocks showing up for the next upcoming week, February 2nd, all the way to the 6th. But before I jump into it, let's go and retrace back into last week to see what worked, what didn't, and how are we standing with the stocks that I mentioned last week. So the first stock is going to be ticker symbol LQDA. So this one, I mentioned it last Sunday, and as you guys can see, this one blew up 11.37%. With the strategy that I have, we always risk 0.5% per trade, meaning that the most that you're going to be able to lose is going to be 0.5% of your total account. Now, whenever you win, we're going to be able to win 11%, 10%, 20%, 30, 40, 50%. With the next following stocks that I'm going to show you from last week, we were actually able to make a shit ton of money. So LQDA is going to be a good one. Next one's going to be ticker symbol IRON, which it blew up 22.60% until it came crashing down. You guys could have taken your profits at 20%. But next one is going to be ticker symbol CAMT. This one also blew up 10% until it came crashing a little bit. But the strategy is still in place. Our stop loss is always at the low of the day, and we always risk 0.5%. And if you actually follow this strategy, and if you actually follow the watch list, you guys should be up. Now, let's go and talk about the next upcoming stocks and how you're going to be able to play. And we're going to start as a tier list. The first three stocks are going to be my low confidence stocks. After that, the next five is going to be the mid confidence. And the last four are going to be my top four stocks for the next upcoming week, and they're going to be A++ setups. Now, let's get it going. First ticker symbol is going to be ticker symbol VSAT. Now, the first few stocks that I'm going to show you, the reason why they're going to be the first is due to the fact that they're not A+ setups. We're going to have to wait at least a day or two for us to see if they're going to be ready for us to take it. Now, with these stocks, actually, they follow the same pattern as the other ones. They have made a huge move up. We retraced back into the 10, and we waited for volume for us to blow up. But now we're still back into the 10, and we're bouncing at the 10. That right there is a good concept. Now, the one thing that I really do not like is the fact that we had a bearish candlestick with bearish volume on Friday. That is the last thing. But if we were going to play this stock, the way that we're going to do it is, let me switch this back to the 15-minute. If we're going to play this stock, the way that we're going to do it is if we are going to be able to break the highest point of the day on Monday, which is going to be 48.51. And as long as we're still bouncing at the 10, this is going to be a good one. Once again, there's a reason why the first 3 to 4 stocks are going to be my low confidence, but they're still good. Next one's going to be ticker symbol AXSM. Same thing. The only thing with this is that we actually close right under the 10 SMA. What I typically do is that I want to make sure that I go into stocks that have bounced at the 10 SMA and that we have really good volume. The volume is good. I'm not going to lie, it's extremely good. The only thing is that we closed under the 10 and the candlestick still bearish, if that makes sense. Now, how we're going to play this as well, same thing, above the highest point of the day, ticker symbol AXSM, above 187.91 when we opened. Oh, if for some reason we actually got up pre-market, how we're going to play it is we're going to wait for the first 1 minute candlestick to form. And as soon as we take the highest point of the day, we're going to go in with the lowest point of our candlestick being our stop loss. And every time we go in, we risk no more than 0.5% of our account, if that makes sense. Next one's going to be ticker symbol VRDN. And the reason why this one's actually still on the watch list, and even though we have a huge amount of volume with a lot of buying pressure and the hammer candle, this stock is still in the low confidence echelon, is due to the fact that we closed under the 10 SMA and we have a bearish candle. That is it. Typically going into stocks, I want to wait for a proper bounce as this one right here, closing above the 10. But we're probably going to wait for a day or two for it to actually have a proper bounce or for us to be out of this range. But above 33.52, let's take it. Moving on to the next one, it's going to be ticker symbol WT. Now we're going to be getting into the stocks that are B to A setups. Now, ticker symbol WT, we made a huge run up to the top. Mind you, as always, we're always trading on a daily time frame. We made a huge move up to the top. Now, once we came back into the 10, we had a proper bounce, which we liked. We closed above the 10. We had a lot of volume. We have a doji candle. Everything is checking off. The only thing is going to be that we had a bearish candlestick. That is pretty much it. But if we can actually break the highest point of the day, which is going to be 16.64, and your stop loss is going to be going at the low of the day, this one's going to be a perfect one. But of course, if we actually open up under the 10 SMA, At this point, just wait for us to actually come back and set up again. Now, next one's going to be TTMI. This one is also a little bit more of a confidence play because we had a good candlestick, a lot of volume, bounced at the 10 the last couple of days, but we closed right under the 10. My apologies. We closed right above the 10. But the only thing that I don't like is how we actually got a lot of sellers right here. Not one day, not two, not three, but pretty much 4 days in a row. We have been rejecting this level. Now, this is not a bad frame. This is nothing bad. How we're going to play this, same thing, is if we can break this resistance line of $100.40, we're going to go in. And of course, we got to be bouncing at the 10 SMA. So this one is actually a little bit better. Now we're getting into the good stocks. Next one's going to be ticker symbol ARWR. So with this one, we had a really good volume. We bounced at the 10. We're actually out of that range where I'm looking at the stock whenever we're bouncing at the 10. And this was Thursday. And Friday, we actually had a little bit more of a sell-off. But on Monday, how we're going to play it is if we can break this resistance line of 71.31, we're going to go in, mind you. And if we actually gap up, we can even do the same strategy. As soon as we form the first 1 minute candlestick, we're gonna wait for the highest point of the day to be takeover. We're gonna go in, set our stop loss all the way at the low of the day, 0.5% of our account. You don't gotta be a mathematician to do all of this. If your account is worth $30,000, do $30,000 times 0.5%, and that's exactly how much you're gonna risk per trade. Now that's not how much you're allocating, that's how much you're risking. Now, this one is really good. We actually had a confirmation at the bounce with follow through, but negative and bearish candlestick. Next one's going to be ticker symbol WHD. And now we're getting into the really good plays. And this plays, I really want you guys to pay attention because I'm going to be going into every single one of this on Monday morning as long as we have a proper follow through. If we do not have volume or a follow through, I'm not going to be going into it. We had an amazing move up to the top. We are creating this range. We're consolidating. Volume is coming through and we're bouncing at the 10 SMA. However, we still haven't broken this level at 56.41. Every time we go in, we usually sell off. Now, since the range is getting a little bit tighter, what we're going to be doing is looking at this range. As long as we have a little bit more volume and we actually break this range, once again, with volume, we're going to go in, stop loss all the way at the low of the day. And that is it. Just let it ride after that. So this one's one of my best plays so far. This is pretty much one of the top plays that I always go in every time I see it play out. Next one's going to be ticker symbol N plus. We had, other thing I got to say, we had a green day plus a bounce at the 10 SMA with volume coming up. Now, next one, BLTE. One of my favorite ones. Why? We just don't have volume, but we have a move up, a range that we have consolidated for it, a resistance line that we haven't broken for like a good while. And besides that, we had a lot of buyers in this area. As you guys can see, every time we come in, we bounce. So we bounced at the 10 twice. The moment that we break this range, which is going to be at 170.43 with volume, it's game over. Next one, ticker symbol TTC. This one, we already broke the range. I'm going to put it right here so you guys can see it. We already broke the range. So the range was at 90.49. We bounced at the 10 2 days in a row, Thursday and Friday. Broke that range with a lot of volume. Look at this volume. Now we're actually talking about 8++ setups. We broke all this range with volume. We had a huge bounce, a lot of buyers. There's nothing else I got to tell you. And besides that, we had a huge move up to the top. Simple moving averages stuck up, all in order. This right here is the play that we always want to see. Next one's going to be JBTM. So this one is going to be the same thing. We have a doji candle with a lot of volume, bouncing at the 10, close above the 10, green day. Now, the thing that we're going to have to wait is for us to take over the highest point of the day, and that is it. Mind you, in every single play, I execute the same strategy. I go in, I wait for the first 1 minute candle, sometimes 5 minutes for it to form. And once we have formed, I take it after we break that level with volume, and that is it. That is pretty much it. Your strategy should be simple. You should not complicate anything. The moment that you start complicating, that's when you're going to start losing money. So Every single one of the plays that I have shown you, everything, the same execution applies to every single one of them. This one, we're gonna wait for us to take over 159.51. However, if Monday morning comes around and we actually open up right above it, it's even better. Now just wait for the first 1 minute candle to open, or 5 minute. As soon as we take the highs, go in, stop loss all the way at the low of the day. Next one, ticker symbol ERAS. Once again, these are all A++ setups. Just look at this. Here's strong move up to the top, consolidation period. The range is getting tighter and tighter. We just need to break 10.70. And once we actually have more volume coming in, we're just going to execute it, and that is it. Next one, ticker symbol ACMR. This one, the range has already been broken, which it was on Friday. I missed it. That is what it is. It happens. Now, with this one, how you're gonna play it is on Monday, once again, once we break the highest point of the day, and we're gonna wait for the first 1 minute candlestick to break, we're gonna go in. But this one, in reality, on Friday, if you guys were paying attention to the market, let me actually put it all the way to here. If you guys were paying attention to the market, you guys should have gone in at 2:15 Central Time once we finally broke this resistance line. The lowest point of the day, which it was 53.42, that was going to be your stop loss. And always risking 0.5% of your account. Next one, which is another one, phenomenal one, which is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually excited for this on Monday morning. Look at this, just look at this. This is A+++ setup. Same thing with the next stock that I'm gonna show you. Huge move up to the top, consolidation period for like a good week. Right after that, we came in on Friday with a lot of volume, a shit ton of volume. And besides that, a lot of buyers bouncing at the 10, break of structure at 256.62, and follow through with ending the day with a green candlestick. Doesn't get more simpler than that. So Monday morning, we're gonna play it as soon as we open. And I actually went in like 5 minutes before the market closed, I went into this one. Now, the last one is gonna be pretty much the same thing. We have made a huge move to the top, ticker symbol ARCB. We consolidated for a while. We actually broke the 10 and 21, so this was not on my watch list until today. So now what we're gonna be doing is, look at this. We have volume, a massive amount of volume. Simple moving averages stuck up. We broke the 21 and the 10. A lot of buyers, a lot of buying pressure. And of course, green candlestick going all the way from $80 to $90. That is pretty much a 5% move, which is crazy for this type of stock. And of course, we're still going up after hours. Now, Monday morning, so we still haven't broken the range that we wanted to break, but still, Monday morning, if we actually open up above 90.58, what we're gonna do is same execution, guys. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Wait for the first 1 minute candlestick to open. Once we close, wait for it to take the highest point of the day, put your stop loss all the way at the low of the day, and that is it. You cannot make it any more simpler than that. Now, other than that, guys, I hope that this actually helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions, please drop it in the comments down below. If you guys feel like you guys got a lot of value, please subscribe.